Thanks for tuning in to this Getting Started with Mendix video. In the previous video, you did your first deployment and viewed your app in the browser. In this video, you're going to build an app to list your friends, fellow students, or colleagues in just a few minutes. Your app contains several modules that provide the basic foundation of an app. Each module contains 3 basic elements for constructing a Mendix application. There are pages, which together compose the user interface. There is the domain model to describe the data structure, and there are microflows to construct application and business logic. Let's go to the location where you configure the entry point of a user. In the previous video, we viewed this application in the desktop browser. Let's build a section in this application that is specifically tailored for a mobile phone, and name the page Phone Homepage. When you create a new page, you're presented with a selection of page templates. Each page template contains several placeholder page elements that provide you with a nice layout to start your page with. Select the dashboard layout and select the first button. Buttons can call other pages or invoke logic that we call microflows. Right-click the button and select Edit Action. Select Show a Page. When clicked, a page should open that lists your contacts. Name it Contact Overview and select the List View default page template. The template in the created page contains a list view widget that you need to attach to a data source. There are different ways to provide data to a list view widget. Choose the option to directly connect it to an entity in the domain model. To do this, create a new entity that describes the structure of the objects that you want to list. Add the characteristics as attributes of the entity, defining what type of data will be stored. Add the email, city, address, state, and zip attributes. Now that you've created the entity, return to the overview page to configure the data source of the list view. First, you need to connect the contact entity to the list view so you can connect the attributes to the input fields. Create a new page in My First Module directly, instead of using the context menu of the button. Select the contact entity as the data source and connect the page elements like you did for the previous page. Return to the Contact Overview page to connect the Details page to it. The chevron you see over here is an action button. Right-click it and make sure it calls the Contact Details page you just created. Editing users is now taken care of, but will not work if you can't add them first. So add a new button to the top right corner of the page and give it the same look and feel as the other elements on this page by changing the properties of the button. And there you go. You have a small application where you can add and edit your contacts. Run your app and try out your changes.